You didn't show up. We sent you notices. We're not gonna send you an invitation. You gotta show up, sir.
So that's why we missed the 7/10 hearing date.
Yeah.
He's been picked
Yeah.
up and
Yeah, he was supposed to be here a year ago,
I understand.
May of 25 and then July of 25. Do we call over there, John? 25F 243 A and B. All right, Mr. Carr, your name?
It's not from you, sir.
Donnie Carr.
Morning, Your Honor. Peter Bernard, P78403. I'm at counsel for Mr. Crummer.
Does he stand mute, wait formal reading?
Yes, sir.
Not guilty, please entered on the disorderly public intox, as well as on the resist and obstruct. Okay. Where's he been?
Your Honor, I did speak to Mr. Carr. This happened a while ago, and he doesn't really have any recollection of that, probably because he was intoxicated at the time, but he doesn't recall the incident. He doesn't recall whether he was arrested that day or spent any time in jail that day. And
Where does he live?
he lives in Flowers.
Deer Creek?
He's is that Deer Creek, Mr. Carr?
Yes.
You don't want to do this, sir. I'm telling you. I don't know why you would do this, but you're gonna have a problem now unless you got some money. Do you work?
Temp service.
He's doing machine operation on a temporary basis, but he's got 14 years as a screw machine operator. He was his way to an interview when he was picked up yesterday.
All right. 4,010%. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law. You must appear in court as directed. No alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs. You cannot leave the state. You cannot violate a law. Again, you must appear in court as directed. I'll give you the earliest court date that I can, which will be on August the 6th. That will be in front of me at 9:30. August the 6th at 9:30, okay? But I hope you can post. If you can, you got to show up. If you don't, I'm going to send the police out to get you. You can't keep ignoring courts like this. Good luck. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Lockhart. Destiny dash Michaela Nicole Trammell. 26F716074.
Good morning, Judge and staff. John Rotzky, appearing on behalf of Michaela Trammell. She's actually, Judge, I apologize. She's actually at Naomi's Nest right now.
Okay. Ma'am, your name?
Michaela Trammell.
All right. So this is going to be a plea to, in your appearance, Mr. Graziani?
Again, John Rotzky, appearing on behalf of Michaela Trammell. Please identify yourself, Michaela.
I am Michaela Trammell.
All right. So she's going to plead as charged to retail fraud with the plea to be taken under section 771.1. I don't know about this.
Judge, he may have been charged with something like that previously, but it was reduced to, I believe, a disorderly. So I do believe she does qualify for that.
Mrs. Morrow, you pre-tried this, right? Your name?
Nothing ever.
Well, we gotta, yeah, I'm not gonna do this. I mean, there's no way I'm doing this. She's got felony convictions. She's got disorderly plea. She's got different drug offenses. I'm just not going to take it under 771.1.
May I speak with her then?
Sure,
Minutes and then we'll-
sure.
Judge, if you have nothing else to call, we have already on Lookout. She's on hold and on witness with exam.
Okay, let's do it. I'll pass this case. Ma'am, your lawyer's going to go in and call you, okay?
Thank you.
Sorry.
People against Aaron Raymond LaBelle, 26F703624. Why are you guys in the wrong spaces here?
I know we just screwed that up.
Good back.
There you go. All right. Your appearance?
Nothing ever about the people.
And Aaron, you have yours? Yes, Aaron LaBelle.
All right. You can have a seat, sir. So we're going to proceed to exam on this, correct?
Yes.
The charge is OWI 3. Let me just double check the complaint here real quick. Yeah, we got an operating while intoxicated. Third offense, and a drive while suspended, revoked, denied. So the only thing we're going to have the exam on is the operating while intoxicated. Any preliminary matters?
One preliminary matter, Your Honor. My understanding the defense counsel has stipulated the MSP lab report that showed the defendant's blood alcohol results at 0.136 grams of alcohol per 100 milliliters of blood.
All right,
For exam purposes only.
are you going to have the toxicology report marked and received, or
I do have the report.
you don't have to if you don't want to, as long as you guys stipulate to the blood draw.
We stipulate.
Okay, so-
This is the whole.
So for exam purposes, the court will consider that the lab report indicates the defendant had 0.136 blood alcohol level when the blood draw was performed on January the 1st, correct, of 26?
That's correct.
Any other preliminary matters? And any from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, you can call your first witness,
Officer Arnold.
okay? Come on up here, sir. And I will ask you to raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God.
I do.
Okay, have a seat. You can proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. And good morning, Officer McArdle. Officer, can you tell us where you're employed?
Flower Police Department.
And what do you do in the police department?
I patrol the city
Okay, how long have you been in office for?
approximately a year now.
Okay, and were you employed as an officer on January 1st, 2026?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what date is January 1st, 2026?
Sorry, what was that?
Were you working on January 1st, 2026?
Yes.
Okay, what were you doing? Well, what were you assigned to do that day?
Patrol the streets, make sure that everyone's following traffic laws and
And then were you out near Arsenal Road in Rockbridge Ford?
yes,
Is that in the city of Flat Rock County, Wayne?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, why were you in that area?
Because I was a police officer for Flower Police.
I'm just gonna ask you to pull in a little bit and just keep your voice up nice and loud for me, okay?
Did you observe anything while on that road?
Yes.
What did you observe?
In front of 26-800 Arsenal Street. I was traveling northbound on Arsenal Road. And I observed a blue Ford Explorer. And what appeared to be the front yard in front of that address, a blue Ford Explorer that was running. It was occupied. There was smoke coming from the exhaust. That's what I observed.
Okay, why was that significant to you, or why did that flag your attention?
I saw tire tracks going into a driveway. And then there was just a vehicle off to the left of those tire tracks inside of the front yard in front of the residence, which was 26800.
What did you do after you observed this?
I approached the vehicle and I observed our suspect in the driver's seat with the lights illuminated on the dash and the vehicle would be running. It wasn't in park. So I knocked on the window multiple times to check it.
Were you able to observe whether that vehicle was in park before you approached the window? Okay, how long was it not in park for?
I didn't answer that.
Okay, and then why is it that you decided to approach the driver's side window or the car in general?
It was weird for me to see a vehicle parked in a front yard, not pulled into the driveway. It was very late at night. I can't recall the exact time.
Okay, late at night, was it into the AM?
End of the day.
Okay, and then, you stated that the vehicle was occupied. How many individuals were in the vehicle?
One individual.
Would you recognize that individual if you saw him here today?
I do.
Could you take a look around the boardroom and point out and identify a piece of clothing they are wearing?
Gray, collar shirt.
You are at this time, the record of who would identify Mr. Odom.
The record should so reflect.
Thank you. And, what happened when you approached Mr. Odom?
Knocked on the driver's side window multiple times. He appeared to be sleeping in the front seat. He would not answer to me. I announced myself as Officer McArdle with the Flatiron Police multiple times, pounding on the window, trying to get him to wake up.
Wasn't sure if it was a medical issue, wasn't sure what was going on. And eventually, after knocking and announcing on the window multiple times, he woke up and rolled down the window and spoke with me.
Okay, when he rolled the window down, what anything did you?
He seemed very disoriented. He had slurred speech. He could barely hold his eyes open. His eyes were bloodshot and watery.
And what are those indicative of to you?
Intoxicated driving.
Okay, do you have any training and experience in drivers who could potentially be intoxicated or under the influence?
I did.
And what is that?
I had OWI training throughout my academy that I did receive certification for.
Okay. And then what did you do based on your observations?
I spoke with him. I asked him for his driver's license, which he fumbled his cards around, and it took him a little bit to find it, but he did eventually find his license. After observing what I observed, I asked him to step out of the vehicle because I had observed that he was intoxicated.
Okay.
Fine.
Did you smell anything?
I did. I had a strong odor of intoxicants coming from his lips.
Okay, and after you stepped out of the vehicle, what did you do?
I conducted SFS. I asked him all the medical questions. Stated he wasn't a diabetic.
Which tests did you conduct?
I conducted horizontal gauge nystagmus, walk-in turn, and the low medicine.
Okay, and then was Mr. LaBelle able to complete each one of these tests? Did he agree to completing these tests?
He agreed to.
Start with the horizontal gaze and nystagmus test.
Yes, I did.
Could you just provide a brief description of that test?
Yep. Would you like me to?
Just a brief description of what you're supposed to do.
Okay, what I do, I hold the stimulus to about approximately or between 12 and 15 inches in front of the face and move it left to right, pausing at some points.
And did you give Mr. LaBelle directions to how to complete this test?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and did he perform this test?
Yes, I did.
And then did you make any observations while he performed this test?
Yes, I did.
What observations did you make?
He had, nystagmus at maximum deviation. He had nystagmus prior to 45 degrees. That's all I can recall.
Okay, and what is it that means?
It will show the eyes bouncing. And that will show,
Really, I'm gonna object, John, he's not been, he's not testifying as an expert, he just says as a police officer, and he's giving the expert testimony right now.
Judge, I don't believe the was testifying that the defendant's eyes were bouncing or his expert.
Yeah, I don't either. Overruled. You can continue your answer, sir.
give me a second.
You stated that his eyes were bouncing, and then what else did you observe?
That just indicates intoxication for us.
Okay, and then you stated that there were two more tests. What was the second test that you had Mr. LaBelle perform?
The walking turn test.
Okay, and could you provide what direction did you give Mr. LaBelle?
I got him into the starting position, and I asked him to stay in that position until I demonstrated the test for him, which I did do. While I was demonstrating the test, he could not maintain the starting position.
You could not maintain what?
He couldn't maintain the starting position.
Okay. Did you provide us direction as to how, you stated that you didn't provide direction as to how to complete it. Do you know if Mr. LaBelle understood how to complete this test?
I did ask him if he understood.
Did he state that he did?
Yes.
Okay, what observations did you make? You stated that he was unable to stand at the starting point. What else, if anything?
Correct. While he was doing his portion of the test, he failed to touch heel to toe. And he didn't count his steps out loud.
Okay. And do you know if Mr. LaBelle had any medical issues or anything? Did you ask whether he had anything that could hinder his performance on that test?
Yes, I did. I asked him if he was a diabetic. He said he wasn't a diabetic. So I also asked him if he had any issues with walking or anything that would hinder him from participating in the test. He stated that he did not.
Okay. And then the observations that you made during this walk and turn test, what were those indicative of to you?
Investigation.
Okay. And you stated there was a third test as well. What was the third test that you performed or had Mr. LaBelle perform?
The one with the sand.
Okay, and then what direction did you provide?
I demonstrated the test, and so I got him started position as well. Yeah, and then I demonstrated the test for him, and after demonstrating the test, I asked him if he understood, which he said that he did.
Okay, and then was Mr. Lavelle able to successfully perform this test?
Sorry,
Was Mr. Lavelle able to successfully perform this test?
he participated in the test. I observed that he was swaying and he could not maintain his balance on the low
And was that, what is that kind of book?
station.
And then, based on these, standardized field sobriety tests, what if anything did you do after that?
I offered him a PBT, to which he refused. And then I placed him in double locking handcuffs to replace him at patrol field.
Okay, was Mr. Lavelle placed under arrest?
Yes, he was.
And what was he placed under arrest for?
OWI.
Okay, and do you know if there was a blood draw?
It was a blood draw.
Okay, was there a searching out for this blood?
There was a search
Okay, and then, where did the blood draw take place?
at Fort Term.
Okay, was Mr. Lavelle, was he then, transported to Orwell?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then, did you observe, Mr. Lavelle's blood being drawn?
I did.
And then did you do anything else following that?
Yes, the sticker was placed on the blood kit box. I initialed it, and then he sent it off to the lab.
Okay.
And I believe that the nurse also initialed.
Okay, and then was Mr. Lavelle taken back to the police department after that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and did you have any other involvement following that?
I did.
Okay, nothing to please understand.
Russ?
Yeah, Sean. Can I have the password for the internet, for the Wi-Fi, excuse me? This. All right, so join the meeting. On the night you pulled, it was January first, is that correct? Or morning of January first? Did you have any reports of any erratic driving or anyone driving in a crazy manner or some sort of indication someone was driving drunk that night?
I did not.
So you came upon Mr. Bell's car just in your normal course of patrolling the city.
Correct.
It wasn't driving, it wasn't on a public road, correct?
Correct.
And you had, again, there was no indications, there were any smart marks in the street you observed?
Not at the time, not that I can keep on. Okay.
And do you have your report with you?
I did.
Did you write that report?
I did write those.
Are you familiar with what the report says?
Yes,
At some point in that report, did you indicate that Mr. Lavell's car was found in a ditch?
I did.
I showed you a video earlier. You still believe the car was in a ditch?
I would call it a ditch.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm checking the parts of connected to the Wi-Fi. I'm going to show a video. Now, you took a video that was taken, that was with your body camera, is that correct?
Correct.
And as far as you're concerned, the night the body camera was on, that was working properly, correct?
Correct.
And you don't know of any issues with it?
Nope.
And it's a fair, as far as you know, that's a fair indication of what was happening that evening, right? Right? Fair record of it?
Yes, sir.
You have any questions, Ms. Shine?
Yes, you may.
You want to see it first?
I've seen it.
So you see where the car is, correct?
Correct.
And you'll agree on the left side of the car, there's a ditch there, correct?
Correct.
Car's not in that ditch, is it?
Wait a second.
Do you want to be share your screen so we don't?
Yeah, I'm having a hard time doing it.
Oh, are you on Zoom?
What? My internet's not connected for no reason.
Oh, okay.
Then we call Shane.
Please, and let's go off the record. Yeah, let's go off the record. We'll call,
Sends it to me, I can
Sequence.
screen share.
Is it a Mac?
I'm sorry, Lisa.
If he sends it to me, I can screen share.
You want to send it to Lisa at 33court.com?
Well, that's a look at shot on my mouse.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna bind over the defendant on the charge contained in the complaint and warrant, and if I'm wrong, I'll try never to be wrong again, but to me, this really, from all the cases that I read, I don't think that this is a question, but that they had the right to believe, he had reasonable suspicion to believe the defendant was in an accident. I'm gonna bind the defendant over to the Wayne County Circuit Court. He's not in custody. I'm gonna make it August the 18th. August the 18th at 9 o'clock in the morning on the charge contained in the complaint and warrant. I'm otherwise continuing the bond.
Thank you.
And we'll go from there, okay? So they'll give you your notice down the hall, sir. Good luck to you. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Let's go back on Trammell if we can. Are we ready on Trammell, Mr.
Which I don't know. If you run that, I don't know if I talked to
They're
him.
still in a breakout room, Judge.
What does she want to do on Trammell?
Chuck, I still have to talk.
Oh, fine. No problem. No problem. I'll go on to Elizabeth Nicole Barta, 26G717-515.
Good morning, Judge Staff, John Graziano, appearing on behalf of Elizabeth Park.
Ma'am, your name?
It's a bit more.
All right, so you guys want me to adjourn this 2 more weeks?
That's correct.
I'm gonna adjourn it until August the 18th, and we'll make it at, what time, Lisa?
10:30.
10:30, okay? You're all set, ma'am. You can go down the hall and get your notice, all right?
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Judge, I'll talk with her.
Take your time. Just let me know. Do I have any other exams that might be ready to go? Do we have any more exams that are ready to go?
Where's live?
What's that?
I have my witnesses on the Michael Steve. Do you want me to talk to you about the thing real quick?
Yeah, talk to him and then we'll do Felsky. Okay? Thank you.
That's a good file for Tram.
Ms. Trammell? You have to unmute, man.
Michaela Trammell.
All right, so this plea is charged on the retail fraud now, right? No,
That's
no
correct.
771. Is that what you want to do, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you plead here on this charge, possible penalties are up to 1 year in jail. 1 year in jail, $2,000 in fines or 3 times the value of the property stolen plus cost. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to question their witnesses, to bring in your own, to use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses and to testify, or remain silent without having that silence held against you. Again, by pleading guilty, you're waiving all those rights. You're waiving your right to a jury trial. You're waiving the presumption of innocence and the requirement that they prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, to the charge, retail fraud in the 2nd degree. How do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
All right, were you at 26100 Breland Road in the city of Flat Rock, County of Wayne on July the 1st of 26.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that was a Myers, correct?
Yes.
And did you take property that was offered for sale without paying for it with the intent to permanently deprive the owner that had a value of 200 or more but less than $1,000?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what did you take?
Liquor.
All right. And how much was the value of the liquor?
I don't necessarily remember.
Was it in excess of $200?
It
Yes,
was an
Your Honor.
excess.
Did you stipulate?
I stipulate to that, sir.
And how did you get the prop? Did you walk past the register without paying for it?
Yes, sir.
Did you have it concealed somewhere?
Yes, Your Honor.
Where?
Like, where did in a bag?
So you put it in a bag inside of the cart or not?
Yeah, it was inside of, I had one in a bag and then the other in a cart.
You walked past the register without paying for it, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
The store was open to the public, true?
Yes, sir.
Are you on probation or parole?
I am currently on probation.
Were you on probation on July 1st?
Yeah, well, I had my warrant. That's why after I'd seen you, or it was a different judge, but
Just want to know
I-
if you were on probation or parole
Yes.
on the 1st of July of 26.
yes, Your Honor.
And you understand by pleading guilty here, this would be deemed a violation of that probation or parole?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
And you understand you could be imprisoned on that charge as a result of this plea and conviction?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Judge, for the record, I did read her the advice of lights. Obviously, she's not in a position to.
All right, I'll accept the plea to retail fraud second. I think I want a PSI in this case, and then we'll set it for sentencing.
For the record, she had 22 days in jail prior to getting Naomi's nest.
Okay. Don't let me forget about that. In Naomi's nest, 22 days jail before.
That's correct, sir.
Okay, so let's set a sentence date. Let's set a sentence date, Lisa, and then we'll have probation get on there with her. I'm thinking the earliest one of the 18th.
Okay, August 18th at 8:30.
Okay, so August 18th at 8:30 will be your sentence date. I'm gonna have probation get on the screen with you there on video with you, and they'll interview you. They'll prepare a report and recommendation that your lawyer will have the opportunity to review with you. Okay?
Okay, will that be over Zoom?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too, Your Honor.
Michael Andrew Felsky, 26W703474.
Will be a launch rate. Good morning, Annabelle, could be 80177 on behalf of Mr. Belsky. Sir, please state your name.
Michael Belsky.
All right, the charge is assault resistant obstructing officer. Any preliminary matters from the people?
And I did put the defense counsel on notice that the people will be moving to add another additional foul police officer resisting, obstructing, and assaulting, causing injury. That's MCL 750.4793, and that count would go to Officer Lyles.
Right, and that is a 4-year. Okay, any other preliminary matters? Any objection?
Objection, Your Honor.
All witnesses with the exception of the officer in charge, which is who?
Mr. Mitchell,
Second disagree.
oh, this room, never mind. You're the first officer. Yeah.
So you don't have an officer in charge, or you do? All right, then all officers have to leave the courtroom.
I don't think they're on our case.
They're not? Okay. All right, so, well, I'm still ordering all officers, all individuals who are not testifying. Wait a minute, wait, I don't mean you have to leave. Anybody who may testify at today's exam or at trial has to leave. If he's the only one here, fine, bring him forth and we'll call it first witness. Okay, you can come on up here, sir. All right, good morning. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm on the penalties of perjury. The testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God. All right, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. And good morning, Officer Mitchell.
Good morning.
Officer Mitchell, did you for your employee?
I'm currently employed with the city of Wood, and police department.
And what do you do with the police department?
I am a patrol officer for the police department.
And how long have you been a patrol officer for?
In the city of Woodhaven, about a year and a half now. Prior to that, I was in Rockwood, Florida, at age 13.
Okay, so about,
Can you just keep your voice up for me, please?
Yes.
You were in Rockwood for 13?
Uh,
Is that what you said?
yeah, fall of it.
And you've been in here for, thank you.
thank you. And were you employed with Woodhaven on police department on December 15, 2025? Were you working that day?
I was.
And were you working at 21869 West Road?
I'm sorry, what was?
21869 West Road?
Yes,
Is that in the city of Woodhaven, County of Wayne?
yes.
What's that location?
That is the Woodhaven Police Department.
And what is it that you were assigned to do that day?
That day I was assigned to regular just border patrol duties.
Okay, and what if anything happened that day that brings you forward?
On December 15th, 25, a female came into our police department, reporting that she believed her son was suicidal. She showed me,
Even before that, were you in uniform on that day?
yes, I was.
Was it full or modified?
It was the exact same uniform that I'm wearing now, except I didn't.
You stated that this female was reporting that her son had been suicidal. Do you remember?
Correct.
Did she provide you a name of her son?
Yes, Michael Felsen.
Okay, and you said she was showing this thing?
She was showing me a post on TikTok. One of the posts had a picture of a shotgun with the chamber open and then round in the chamber, in the barrel. And then it had a date, like a birth date, and then 2025, alluding to like a birth date to a death date would be identified.
Objection, Your Honor, also for speculation.
Any response?
Your Honor, you just have to find out what you saw.
He's doing more than testifying what he saw. He could say I saw two dates, but what he's doing is saying it's alluding to a birth date and a death date. He's speculating.
Rephrase the question, please. I'll sustain that.
Thank you.
What is it that you saw?
On the post, there was a shotgun with the chamber open, with a round in the chamber, 2 dates not superimposed on it. On the other picture, there was a quote, where it said, "Sorry, Mom, the devil made me do it."
And then, this individual that she named Michael Felsky, at any point did you talk to this individual?
Yes, we were attempting to locate him. Myself, Officer Emery, Officer Baker, I believe Sergeant Wise was the sergeant at the time. We were attempting to locate him through various means. I used our text to 911 system to send him a text message shortly after he called 911. Asking why we were trying to contact him.
Mr. Felsky called 911?
Correct.
How did you know it was Mr. Felsky at the end of the live?
He identified himself as Felski.
Okay, no, even before that, the post that you saw, were you able to save these posts?
I was not. After I talked to him on the 911, I went back to save them, screenshot them, they were really good.
Okay, and what is it that Mr. Felsky was telling you?
Well, I told him to come to our police station to talk to us. He then came to our station. Once he was in our parking lot, then we talked to him. He had said that he did make the posts.
He said what?
That he did make the posts on TikTok. He consented to a pat-down search. I believe it was done by Officer Emery. Shotgun shells were located in his pocket.
Did you observe the shotgun shells?
They were private shotgun shells.
Okay, and then you stated that there was, anything else did you observe?
I then asked him if there was any weapons, if he said the shotgun was in the trunk, or the that of the pickup truck.
Okay, were you able to remember the shotgun?
Yes, I was.
Okay, you stated earlier that there was, a post shown, was that shotgun in the post?
Yes, it was the shotgun that was posted on the TikTok post.
Okay, did you observe the shotgun in the back of the vehicle?
Yes,
Okay, and you stated that that was, that was a shotgun that appeared to be the one in post?
yes.
Okay, what did you do with that shotgun?
I then secured the shotgun
And then was it placed in evidence?
yes.
Okay, and then what anything else did you do after that?
After that,
I apologize. Would you recognize Mr. Belsky to get on here today?
Yes, he's currently sitting at the defendant's table, blue shirt on.
What blue shirt is it?
They had a light blue shirt, right, blue shirt.
And your honor, this time make your record reflect what says identify Mr. Belsky.
The record should so reflect.
Thank you. So at this point, you're in the parking lot with other officers. Is the, Mr. Belsky, the individual who made the report, she's still alive at that location?
She wasn't present at the time because she did not want him to know that.
Objection, your honor, here's. I'll applaud you.
All right, wait a minute.
It is going for the matter, sir, your honor. If anything, it just goes as to why she lied.
Well, I'm gonna sustain the objection. Leave in the words that she wasn't there, and then the rest of it is deleted. In other words, I'm gonna strike the rest of his answer. So if you wanna ask the question a different way, you can.
Thank you, your honor. What, if anything else happened, Mr. Belsky? After you recovered this firearm?
After we recovered the firearm, Ben did want to petition to the hospital, so that ambulance coming. We told Ben that he was being taken to the hospital for a mental health evaluation. He then stated that he was not going to the hospital. He then took his hat off and set his hat down. I mean, the engineer of the car, the car was in my.
Was it Mr. Belsky's truck, the one with the shotgun sound?
Correct. In my experience, like removing the article, something like that, be symbolic that you are getting ready to fight.
What is your training experience with that sort of stuff?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask you both to keep your voices up. Maybe I'm just getting,
I think it's because the door is speaking to them. It's very distracting.
I don't know what it is, but I just need you both to keep your voices up. Thank you.
You stated that you have experience, with individuals who take their hat off if something is, symbolizes something to you. What is the experience that you've had?
Just the previous experience with violent individuals, people that are fight, they'll remove like rings, they'll take a coat off, or take a hat off, they'll just remove things, set them down.
Okay, you say that Mr. Belsky removed his hat.
Correct.
And what is it that you looked anything when he did that?
That he was gonna fight us.
Okay, so what did you do after that?
At that time, I attempted to place him in handcuffs for his safety and for ours. Once I attempted to put him in handcuffs, he then began fighting us.
Okay, and at that point, was he being arrested or was he just being, what was happening?
He was being taken into protective custody to be taken to the hospital for mental health evaluation.
Okay, and you stated that he began fighting with us, who's us?
Officer Emery and Officer Lee.
Okay, was it, 3 individuals, 3 officers assisting?
At this time, it was just myself, Officer Emery, and Officer Lee.
How was he fighting you back?
He pulled away, I attempted to grab his arm. He then kind of launched towards Officer Baker. He was not allowing us to put him in handcuffs.
Were you giving commands?
Yes.
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 Telling Mr. Belsky.
I'm not exactly sure about watching my video exactly what verbiage that we were giving him. We were going to stop resisting and
How many times did you have to say that? Was it multiple or just once?
we told him multiple times he would not listen to our commands.
Were there other officers giving commands?
I completely all three of us.
Okay. And then what happened after that?
We escorted him down to the ground. He kind of trying to get up, trying to push us off of him. We called for other guards and we were just holding him down until backup officers were able to arrive and assist us.
And then did backup officers arrive?
Yes.
Which officers arrived, if you remember?
There were several officers from the Trenton Police Department and from South Police Department. From the Brownstown Police Department, I know that it was Officer Olecki, I do believe, and Officer McNally.
Okay. And then, do you have any other officers arrived, or was it just those 2?
From Brownstown, it was just those 2, I believe, but there were maybe 3 or 4 others from Trenton. And it was Officer Duffy, who now works with the Police Department. She was with Trenton at the time. She arrived on scene, and there was an Officer Waltz from Trenton. I'm not sure who else from Trenton.
Okay, and then what else, if anything, did you do, with Mr. Belsky?
Once officers arrived to assist in holding him down, we were able to secure him in handcuffs. But he was still being while handcuffed, violent towards officers, kicking him, trying to get back up.
How many officers assisted in, at that point with restraining Mr. Belsky?
There was several, I'm not sure the exact number. R3, Officer Polecki and Officer Miles were holding him down, so at least 5.
Okay, and you stated that what was he doing?
He was while handcuffed, he was still, not listening to our commands, trying to get off the way of us, trying to kind of kick on officers.
Okay, were you still doing command at that point?
Yes, we're telling him to stay down and to relax.
Okay, and then were you able to successfully detain Mr. Kelsey or put him in handcuffs?
Yes, he was, secured in handcuffs and we did not calm down. Fire department, she did administer medication to him.
Okay, so the fire department arrived as well,
Yes,
and you stated an ambulance was called, and an ambulance arrived as well?
yeah, it was a, fire department property, it's the Woody Fire Department.
Okay, did the ambulance take Mr. Kelsey?
Yes, they took him to the hospital.
And then, do you recall if anything else happened while trying to help Mr. Kelsey?
Yes, I don't believe, or I don't recall if he was handcuffed at the time or not, if he was handcuffed. Officer Lyles was trying to hold his legs down, and I witnessed him kind of kick back, Officer Lyles, and I observed Officer Lyles fall backwards onto his arm, on his wrist.
And then, were any other officers, did you observe any other injuries on officers?
Yes, Officer Emery, I saw that get a bloody nose. And I believe Officer Baker had some sort of possibly finger injury, I'm not sure. Do you know for sure that Officer Emery had a bloody nose?
Okay, and then you also stated, well, do you recall how long did this altercation with Mr. Kelsey take place? Was it seconds, was it minutes?
7 minutes.
7 minutes? Okay, and then did you play any other role in this case?
I petitioned him into the hospital.
Okay. And then, did you do anything else after that?
No, I did not, that I didn't know.
Okay, nothing further, thank you.
Ernest?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Officer Mitchell.
Good morning.
I believe you indicated you were working road patrol that day, is that correct?
Correct.
But you were inside the police station when Ashley Zelsky arrived to make a report,
Correct.
and you had never met Ashley Zelsky before, correct?
Correct.
And you did not know Michael Zelsky before that day, correct?
Correct.
But you had no prior experience with him, correct?
Correct.
And when you took this report from Ashley Zelsky, were you wearing your body camera?
I don't know if it was activated or not because we were inside the station.
But you observed videos,
Yes.
and you didn't think to save those videos at that time?
My first concern was his safety and finding him, locating him, putting him out.
Officer, I didn't ask what your first concern was. Did you think to save those videos at that time?
At the time that they came in, no.
Okay. Did you think to turn on your body worn camera so those videos could be preserved?
If my body cam was not activated to that.
So she indicates that she is concerned over her son, correct?
Correct.
And then you made contact with Mr. Kelsey.
Correct.
And that I believe you indicated was through a texting 911 thing.
Originally, texting, he never responded to the text, he called back.
Oh, so you asked Mr. Kelsey to come to the Liberty Police Department. And he complied.
Correct.
And he pulls up at the police department, you guys are outside.
Mhm.
Is that a yes?
Is that a yes?
Sorry.
And you talk with Mr. Kelsey, correct?
Correct.
And within approximately 30 to 60 seconds of this interaction, you're already calling for EMS, correct?
Immediately upon him coming into the parking lot, because he was going to be petitioned to the hospital.
And this is before you had ever even spoke to Mr. Kelsey, correct?
Correct, his mom was.
This is before you spoke to him, correct? Okay. So when Mr. Kelsey arrives on scene, he's cooperative with you, correct?
Originally, yes.
He consents to a pat down.
Correct.
So you think he's lucid enough to ask for consent for a pat down, correct?
Correct.
Okay. He's asked about any weapons in his car, correct?
Correct.
He provides you with an answer.
Correct.
He stands there the whole time.
Correct.
He answers your questions.
Correct.
He denies being suicidal.
I don't recall if he ever denied it. He admitted to making the posts on TikTok.
Okay, and let's talk about those posts. You weren't there when those videos were made, correct?
Correct.
You have no idea when those videos were taken, correct?
Correct, but he was wearing the same clothes.
Sir,
and he shot them.
that's not what I asked you. Do you know when those videos were taken?
I do not.
Okay. And you can get a search warrant, correct? You're an officer?
Correct.
Did you do that for these videos?
I did not.
So you weren't with Mr. Felsky, you have no idea when these videos were taken.
Correct.
In this hat situation, you said he sets his hat down on the hood of his car, correct? He continued to talk to you and answer your questions after he set his hat down.
Briefly, that was within 20 seconds of him fighting with us.
Well, let's walk through this. He sets his hat down on the hood of the car, correct?
Correct.
He's standing there. Correct.
Correct.
He's answering your questions, correct?
If there was even any asked, I'm not sure. But
What was seeing your body on camera refresh your recollection?
it would?
Yes, here, so.
Wait a minute. I'd kind of like to have that on the screen. Can we do that? Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have a plug or do you want me to log in through Zoom?
You can send it to Lisa and she'll do it. How's that?
Oh, it's a video file, Judge. It'll take a while to send.
How
If
long?
she logs into Zoom, she can share her screen.
I didn't hear you, Lisa.
If she logs into Zoom, then
I
she
can
can
share my
share her
screen.
screen.
Okay. You do it that way.
Your meeting ID, Judge.
Yeah, 448. What is it? 448 2931
Yep.
415 2931.
Four one eight 415 2931.
448.
Oh, 440. Sorry. That's nice.
Thanks for my dog. So what's you're thinking? I think you're thinking what's in the back of that truck there? It's so fucking something.
And for the record, I'm starting at 13 seconds.
No, well, you made some comments that are concerning. So you're just gonna.
Did you get?
Yeah, you're coming. Just get an agent coming. You're gonna set the box.
For the record, starting at 29 seconds. Officer, did that refresh your recollection or flash?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Why am I?
It's me, Judge, because I gotta log out of Zoom now. Or
Okay.
if I mute it, maybe that'll help. Did that fix it?
Yeah, I didn't hear.
Okay, perfect. So you were asking him questions, correct?
I believe there was 2 questions, yes.
And he stood there giving you answers, correct?
Argumentatively, yes.
I didn't ask about the types of questions. Did he stand there giving you answers, yes or no?
Yes.
And you went to reach for him first, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so at the time he's standing there, you go to reach for him.
Correct.
And I believe you indicated that you actually filed the petition, correct?
Correct.
And that's because the family declined it.
His mother did not want him to be accepted with him.
I didn't ask for the reason why. Is it because the family declined at the hospital?
Correct.
Thank you. And did you follow up to see if Mr. Felsky was released the next morning?
I did not.
Okay, would it surprise you to know that he was?
No.
And I believe you observed interactions between Mr. Felsky and I believe you said Officer Lyles, correct?
Correct.
Did you observe any interactions between Mr. Felsky and Officer, is it Enright?
Yes.
Okay, did you observe Officer Enright, dry stun Mr. Felsky?
Drive son.
Dry stun with his taser?
I don't believe he was tased. I could be incorrect, but to my knowledge, no, you'd have to talk to officer.
Thank you. I have no further questions for this witness.
Redirect.
Officer Mitchell, you stated the family declined about Mr. Felsky petition. Why is it that you want to petition him?
For his safety, for his mental health.
Okay, you also stated earlier that he did indicate that he made those posts.
Correct.
Okay, was that when you were just speaking to him?
That when we were speaking in the front parking lot, he did admit to be social media posts.
Okay, and then you also stated that, how was it that you know that those posts that he made were posted in mind of that day?
He was wearing the same clothes.
Objection, Your Honor, that's a mischaracterization of prior testimony, just because someone indicates that they're the same clothes, that doesn't mean that they're taken the same day, someone could wear the same outfit, that's not the testimony that was elicited. He said when I asked him on cross, if he knew when these were taken, he said no. He can say that he observed the same clothes, but that doesn't mean they're close in proximity, that's making an assumption.
Do you have any reason, what evidence did you have that leads you to believe, besides the clothes, if any, that the posts were made on the same day?
So the posts themselves, I don't know when he took the picture, but when they're posted on TikTok, there's a date, and it was that date.
The date of December 15th of 25.
At the bottom of the post, it'll say it's at 25/15-15.
Okay,
So they could have been taken prior, however, they were posted.
thank you.
And then you also stated earlier that they were deleted,
Correct.
and when were they deleted?
In between us making contact with him and the mom, prior to speaking with him on the 911 call and telling him that I wanted to talk to him, they were still on TikTok. After I talked to him and said that I wanted to talk to him, they were.
And then I also wanted to mention, you stated earlier you asked 2 questions. Do you recall what Mr. Felsky's response were to your questions?
I'm sorry, question is what?
There was footage playing on the camera. What is it that you asked Mr. Felsky?
I believe it. I was just telling him that he was going to the hospital. He had stated no, he wasn't.
Okay, and then you also, in the video, you also saw, Mr. Felsky, were you able to observe Mr. Felsky reach for something?
Yes, he was reaching in his pocket he grabbed out car keys, which would also be indicative of trying to flee and be safe.
Objection, Your Honor. He is saying it's indicative of something, it calls for speculation, he's making an assumption. People hold their keys for a variety of reasons.
Your Honor, I would also state back with the, fact that he said, no, I'm not going here, and no, I'm not doing this, and his car is right behind him, and that's exactly what he turned around, and I don't think that at that point, speculation, it's more of an inference.
Let's take the whole picture then, Your Honor, because this is an individual who was asked to come to the police station and did, who stood there and was talking, who we've heard on cross that this officer reached for him first. He was continuing to stand there. So it's making an assumption, Your Honor, that he's taking his keys out. We didn't hear this officer saying that Mr. Felsky turned to run first. That's not what happened.
Well, he took his keys out. That's admissible.
Correct. But providing an explanation.
I'll strike that for him. You can argue that, Ms. Mom.
Thank you. And then, why is it that you would reach for Mr. Felsky?
I wanted to secure him in handcuffs for his safety and for our safety. The root of the hat being argumentative, saying it's not going to the hospital. It's to not want him to be fighting.
It was Mr. Felsky free to go.
At that time, he was.
Okay. No.
Any other questions, Ms. Belcher?
Officer Mitchell, going back to the interaction with Mr. Felsky and these posts, you asked Mr. Felsky about uploading the TikTok post, correct?
I asked him if he made a post and he admitted that he did.
Right, and then he provided explanation, right? He said they had absolutely nothing. It's quite literally TikTok. That's what he said in response, correct?
Right.
And then you asked him more about the suicidal statements, correct?
I believe so,
And
yes.
he says it's quite literally a video. It's a video. Correct?
Correct.
No further questions.
You can step down.
Judge, I have one more question based on that. And then, Officer Mitchell, after hearing the explanations, why is it that you still want to petition Mr. Cosby?
People lie to us,
Your Honor, that's outside of the scope. I didn't get into why you're petitioning on. I asked about.
No, I think that's fair. Overruled. Answer,
people, sorry.
answer the question.
People lie to us, if Bond feels that he's a danger to himself, she would know him a lot better than I would. So if he's gonna tell me, no, I'm fine, I think his mother would know.
Okay.
You can step down. Thank you. Call your next witness.
Yeah, officer. Yeah. You still got it? Yeah, you're not used to.
I don't know yet.
You can come on right up here, officer. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you will give in these proceedings will be the whole true self you got.
I do, Your Honor.
Have a seat, please. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. And good morning, Officer Lyles.
Good morning.
Officer Lyles, could you tell us where you're employed?
I'm employed with the Brownstown Police Department.
What do you do in Pottstown?
I'm a police officer.
How long have you been an officer?
I've been a police officer for about 9 years. But I've worked at the Brownstown Police Department for a little over a year.
Okay, were you employed as an officer on December 15th, 2025?
I was.
Were you working that day?
I was.
Were you in uniform that day?
I was.
What kind of uniform were you in?
I was wearing a full Class B uniform with an outer carrier with the word police across my back, a metal badge on my chest, and patches on my shoulders.
And at some point, did your duties take you out of your 21869 West Grove?
Yes,
That in the city of Woodhaven, County of Wayne?
it is.
What was that location?
That's the Woodhaven Police Department.
And what part of that location?
We were dispatched to the Woodhaven Police Department to assist the Woodhaven officers that were actively fighting with a subject. It was originally relayed to us that he may have been armed with a firearm and that they were actively fighting and were unable to take custody and needed our assistance.
Okay, when you stated we, who's we?
Brownstown officers.
I apologize, you said we were dispatched, were you a
Yeah.
senior officer?
No, I'm sorry. The Brownstown officers that were working that day were all dispatched.
Okay, and then were you dispatched with a partner or were you just working alone?
No, I rode solo.
Okay, and when you arrived, could you tell us what you observed?
When I arrived, I observed the 3 Woodhaven officers attempting to take Mr. Kelsey into custody. They were sitting on top of him and unable to get his arms out from underneath him. There was another Brownstown officer that was there ahead of me who was also trying to extract Mr. Kelsey's arms. When I arrived, I took up the head control position because that's where there was no.
Would you recognize this individual you saw him today? Could you take a look around the corner and point out and please tell us what that individual is wearing right now?
Sitting at the defense table wearing blue polo shirts.
Your Honor, this time they were in the front door, he says that.
Record should so reflect. What other officer from Woodhaven or Brownstown was there?
Officer Black.
So you stated that you took the, what we call a head position?
Yeah, head control, correct.
Head control, I apologize. What is it that you were doing?
It's a defensive tactic, position that we're trained in. To utilize the head control so that a person can't use their head to resist. If a person's spine is in line, they can have maximum use of their limbs. So when you take their head off of a center position, it can force them to lose strength in their arms and legs so that you can maneuver them.
Okay, do you recall, was Mr. Kelsey actively resisting at that time that you were assisting?
He was, yes.
Okay, what is it that you were doing after that?
Continuing to try to position his head in a position to get his arms so the other officers could extract his arms from his back, according to their training.
Were you giving any commands?
Yes, I was advising him to stop resisting.
Okay, were you doing that once or multiple times?
I don't recall.
Do you know what Mr. Gillespie, when you did tell him to stop resisting or to stop, was he compliant with your commands?
No,
What is
there
it?
there was multiple officers that were giving him commands.
How many officers have you all were assisting at that time, Mr. Gillespie?
I'm not sure exactly how many were there. There were several officers that may have been behind me that I couldn't see.
What, if anything, else happened after that?
So the officers were eventually able to extract, Mr. Felsky from us and place him in handcuffs. During that time frame, we attempted to sit him up, under his buttocks. When we were doing that, he began to try to resist. So we put him back down on the
How
ground.
was it he was trying to resist at that point?
He was trying to stand up, and roll. So we decided to throw him back down onto the ground on his stomach. And then he started to kick his legs to try to get away. So, we put him into a, leg restraint position. When I did that, it took me and two other officers to pin his legs in that position. I then sat on those legs to help hold them. And during that time frame, he kicked me off of them.
Okay, and then what happened when we were get off?
When I kicked off of him, I flew backwards, landed on my shoulder and tried to brace my fall, hurt my fall. In doing that, I hit the ground, broke my fall. I got up and, it was kind of over at that. A couple officers asked me if I was okay. I told them originally, yes, I believe that it was. Wasn't until afterward that I found out that it wasn't.
Okay, how much time can pass through the fall?
Well, prior to that, I went back over to Mr. Felsky, because the fire department was trying to administer, some medication to him. And he was still actively resisting, so it took several officers to help hold him still, so nobody got stuck with a needle.
Did you continue assisting the officers in the fire department?
Even after being struck by Mr. Felsky, yes.
Okay, and then what is it that you continue doing?
I took up the head control position again. So he calmed down, and then the other officers transferred him to a gurney. After the incident, I resumed my routine patrol. I took another call where no physical altercation took place. You just talked to an individual. At that time, my wrist was starting to get very tight and sore. So I went and reported it to the lieutenant, who then took me out of service, had me go to Concentra to be evaluated.
Okay, and what happened at Concentra?
When I was at Concentra, they took x-rays, and came back and essentially told me that it was sprained.
Your wrist?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
The right wrist was sprained, and that I should be on light duty, until I can be seen by time again.
Okay, and then did you stated the back, but not by Concentra again?
Goodbye, Concentra again, yes.
By Concentra, yeah,
Yes.
did you go back to Concentra again?
Yeah, about approximately a week-ish, about a week. I went back and they reevaluated my wrist and they said that I was okay for full duty. I explained to them that it was still sore and tight and I wasn't able to move it. And, they told me that that may go away over the course of several weeks and to just, stretch it.
Okay, were there any scans, x-rays or anything done that following the week when you went back?
No,
Okay, and then did you see, any other doctors or anything regarding your wrist?
yeah, so after a period of a couple of months when it wasn't improving, I went to my primary care physician for my annual physical. When doing that, I explained to her the issues I was having with my wrist, the lack of strength, the soreness, the lack of flexibility.
Just to get the timeline, you stated, when is it that you went to the consent federation?
I went to Concentra on December 15th, the day of the incident.
And then you stated you went back a week later?
Correct, the exact date I don't know.
Okay, and then you said a couple months later you went to, your primary care physician?
Yeah, I believe it was March 6th.
Okay, around March? Is that when you?
Is that a guess?
Correct, 2026.
Okay. And then why is it that you waited about that, like 3 months?
Well, Concentra had told me that it was sprained and that it could take some time for it to fully heal.
So I was trying to give it an opportunity to heal. Obviously, if I would have known that it was more severely injured, I would have gone to another doctor sooner.
Did you go back on duty or were you on life escort during that time?
No, I was cleared for full duty. So I went back to full duty.
Okay, and at any point within those like, I believe that's about 3 months, did you get into any other altercations or anything that occurred in between that time?
Not that I recall.
Okay. And then, you stated while you were at your primary care physician, what had happened?
They took additional x-rays, and then called me afterward and advised me that, my scaphoid bone, had been fractured.
Okay. And then what kind of treatment is it that you have to get for that?
So they scheduled me to see a specialist who was a, orthopedic surgeon. In my meeting with him, he explained to me that.
Any response?
You're all right.
You what?
I'll request that.
All right, sustain.
What treatment did you get?
I had I had a scaphoid reunion, with a bone crack
Okay.
of the right wrist.
And then did you have to get any sort of physical therapy or anything?
I'm still going to physical therapy, yes.
Okay. When did you start physical therapy?
I had surgery on April 9th, and I was casted until approximately June 26th. And I had been doing, physical therapy since.
Okay. And are you back on duty or like that sort of?
I'm on light desk work, yes.
Okay. We know, an estimated time of when you'll fully recover from this?
They said that I'm feeling well, so hopefully in a few weeks, but everything looked forward to me, it could take up to 6 months or longer.
Then what did you do anything else, or was there another visit or anything you do?
He had a series of visits with my surgeon over this time frame.
Okay. Do you know whether you have any other surgery and that's going?
No, I do need some continuing physical therapy, but no other surgeries at this time.
Okay. Nothing for the business, thank you.
Cross.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Officer Wise.
Good morning.
Now, I just want to clear up some things on this timeline. The interaction you had with Mr. Felsky was on December 15th of 2025, correct?
Yes,
And that's a Monday, correct?
I don't know what day it was.
And I believe it was in the evening time when you had an interaction with him, correct?
Yes, it was.
So when you went to Concentra, the medical records, I believe, show December 16th. Would that be accurate the following day?
No,
What time did you go to Concentra?
I went approximately, well, it may have been after midnight when they filled the paperwork out, I don't know, but it was that evening,
And that was your first visit?
yes.
And I believe you indicated they said your wrist was sprained, correct?
That's what they originally did, yes.
Okay, so the work schedule you were on back then, would you went back to work on the 16th?
No, I was off. I don't recall exactly what the time frame was as far as, when I went back to work. Because I was off at one point in time. But I don't remember going back the next day or not.
Okay, well, what was your work schedule like? Full time back then?
I mean, this has been 9 months, I don't recall until when I went back to work, directly after the incident. But at the time, I worked a 5 and 2 hybrid schedule every 2 weeks.
So explain that to me. I mean,
So I work Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then the next week I work Wednesday, Thursday, and next pay period of weeks.
Okay. And I believe you indicated the next visit you had at Concentra was approximately a week later. Would that have been around December 22nd?
I'm sorry, can you explain the question again?
I believe you said your second visit with Concentra was around a week later. Would that have been around December 22nd?
Approximately, yeah.
Okay. And again, they said your wrist was sprained, correct?
Yes,
And you stayed on regular duties at that time?
correct,
And you continue to work your full schedule
correct,
up until you got placed on light restrictions?
correct.
And what was the date you were placed on light restrictions?
I don't recall exactly, I believe it was March 6th.
And from December to March 6th, Do you recall how many different interactions you had with citizens?
Have an exact number.
Any resisting, obstructing, or assaultive cases that you were dealing with around those periods of time?
Not that I recall where I was actively attempting to arrest.
Okay. What about when you're outside of work? Any activities that would have caused you any injury or aggravated anything to your wrist?
No.
I believe you were on site with Officer Emery, correct?
Correct.
And this is back on December 15th when you were interacting with Mr. Felsky.
Yes.
Did you observe Officer Emery dry stun Mr. Felsky with this taser?
No.
Okay. And I believe Officer Emery had bloody nose, correct?
I don't know what his injuries were. I did observe him having blood on his face.
Well, do you remember laughing that he, with his bloody nose, that's at least 6 months off, feel good?
I don't remember making that comment specifically.
Would hearing it refresh your recollection?
Yes.
Can you pull up your video, please, at Mark 1014? The video I had you pull, 1014.
I know, just.
Oh, okay, perfect. Correct, but it's his interaction. For the record, what time are you starting the video? Did that refresh your recollection, officer?
Yes.
Okay, so the bloody nose is at least 6 months off, right?
I can't tell exactly who's saying that in the video. I don't remember saying it, and I can't tell exactly who says it in the video.
Okay. What injury did you have?
A broken wrist.
How much time off is that?
I think according to my doctors, it's at least 6 months.
No further questions.
Redirect.
Just one question, and then officer, guys, is it you stated, may not say in the video?
Which state? The 6 months that they make?
Right, you said
I
that?
don't recall, but I can't tell. I legitimately cannot tell in the video who says it.
Yeah, can you know if that's your voice that says it?
I don't hear it that well from here. I'm not trying to be difficult, I don't know. And I'm not gonna testify to something that I can't 100% say.
I understand.
Nothing, sir. You can step down. Call your next
Thank you, Your
witness.
Honor.
No, for this is Rich.
All right, people need to bind over.
Sure.
Anything?
Yes, Your Honor. I was waiting for the officer to step up.
Sure.
Your Honor, what we have here, I'm assuming you want me to start my argument and spine over, or were the people making an argument first?
I don't know.
I'll reserve her.
Okay,
ahead.
thank you. Your Honor, what we have here is essentially a wellness check at first. We have a mother who walks into a police station concerned over videos. Officer Mitchell takes the report, doesn't save the videos, has no idea with any prior actions with Mr. Felsky, does not know him, has never met him. He tries to reach out to Mr. Felsky, and what does Mr. Felsky do? He responds back to the police's attempts to contact him. Wants to know why they're contacting him. They ask him to come into the station. What does he do? He complies. He drives to the station. Multiple officers are outside. Mr. Felsky is still outside answering questions. But what I find interesting is Officer Mitchell indicated that prior to Mr. Felsky even arriving on scene, that he had already called for an ambulance. A decision was already made. This officer made no independent determination if Mr. Felsky was a danger to himself or others. He, under his theory with the mother calling, is going off of somebody else's words or concerns. I could call on my worst enemy and say that I have concerns that this person is suicidal, maybe show something, and get them committed. The officers have an obligation, Your Honor, I think, to make an independent determination. That was not done here. And it can't be both ways. Either Mr. Felsky needs to be committed and petitioned to the hospital, or he's lucid enough to consent to a search, which they took full advantage of. They asked him to consent to a pat down. He says yes. They do the pat down. They find the shotgun shells. They ask him, do you have a shotgun? He says yes. Still compliant, Your Honor. Points him to where it is. You heard Officer Mitchell say he's not free to leave. What crime has been committed? Officer Mitchell says, I grabbed for Mr. Felsky first. I would be upset if I didn't want to be put into a hospital if I wasn't suicidal either. But these officers made no independent determination. Mr. Felsky has a right to resist an unlawful arrest. Just because somebody wants somebody committed, if there's not some other corroborating stuff there that shows his mental health is of concern. Officer Mitchell indicated the family wanted him petitioned. However, we also heard from his testimony, he is the one who had him petitioned, not the family. And as it relates to Officer Lyles, Your Honor, the timing of his injury. He goes to Concentra sometime either around the 15th to 16th, right around. It's a sprained wrist, they do an x-ray. He goes back a week later, sprained wrist, they do an x-ray. It's months later, Your Honor, that we have this injury that involves multiple days off, weeks off, months off, which is, I think, a little alarming when we have officers joking about how much time off we can get from injuries. Your Honor, I think that Mr. Felsky has the right to resist an unlawful arrest, and I think that's what he did here. And I would argue he's fine.
That was just a brief response. I would say he was not being arrested at that time. He was being petitioned. I believe there was enough to sit here and say that he should be petitioned. The mother comes in, the mother is worried about her son. There are these posts that are being shown to the officer. The officer was unable to download these posts because they were deleted so fast. They were deleted so fast, he stated that there were dates, a previous date and then a date of December 2025, which is the date of this incident, Your Honor, 2025. There were also statements being made apologizing to his mother and that the devil made him do it. So it did draw concerns to Officer Mitchell that this individual might be suicidal. And at that point, when somebody might be suicidal, it really is better safe than sorry, taking them to the hospital, making sure that they are getting treatment, care, anything in case they do something. When this person arrives, Mr. Felsky arrives, yes, he's compliant at that time, he arrives, but what did they also find? They found shotgun shells and they also found a firearm in the back of the vehicle. I also state that the video depicted also does show that Mr. Felsky's clothes are similar in appearance, which could show the close time of this post. And the officer did also testify that it was, I believe he stated on TikTok that same date, showing again that this post was made that same date. And was also deleted short time after from the defendant arriving to the police station. Yes, again, he arrived, but even listening to the video, these questions that were being asked, he wasn't even being asked questions. He was told that by the officer that he was going to be taken to the hospital on 911, or the ambulance was going to arrive, and the answers by Mr. Felsky were not, okay, that's fine, or even asking questions in any way. He was saying, no, that's not going to happen. No, that's not going to happen. And what did he do after? He reaches for his car keys, which can be indicative that this individual is about to run to his car and try to get away. And again, this officer doesn't know that there's something going on mentally. He also did admit that these posts were made by him, Your Honor. So again, it's better safe just than sorry that he to petition somebody, especially when their family themselves, somebody who knows them better, is the one who deliberately came to the police department to make this report, even if they did later on change their minds. And again, we don't know what that reason could have been for, but there could be a good reason for that. The officer saw fit that this individual should still be petitioned based on all the things that we're seeing in the videos, found in the shells found, the gun found.
I've heard enough. Thank you.
Yeah.
He corroborated this. mean, we've still got an officer that saw the post. He was alerted. There's a firearm in the post. Sorry, devil made me do it to his mother. He corroborates when he has a discussion with the defendant that the defendant, well, first his prosecutor pointed out, he found the shotgun shells, and then he also got him to surrender the firearm. So when you take in the totality of the circumstances and the fact that the post happened that day, granted it was deleted, and the clothes that the defendant was wearing were the same or similar to the clothes that he came to the police station, I find that the arrest was in fact lawful. I'm to bind the defendant over for trial. It's a good argument. Did a nice job, Ms. Belcher, as I always expect you to. But I'm convinced that that the officer had the right to arrest, effectuate arrest, not for the purpose of arresting him because of unlawful activity, but because he believed he was a danger to himself and or others. So I'm going to go ahead and bind the defendant over. I'll include on there the assault, resistant, obstruct, causing injury. The prosecutor indicated she was going to ask a bind over on pursuant to MCL 750.479 parent 3, which is a 4-year felony. And the AOI date in this case will be 2 weeks from today, which will be on August the 18th. August the 18th. Defendant's bond is continued at 10,000 personal. Same terms and conditions, sir. Okay? Thank you both. Have a great day. We have any more that we're going to do? You did do a nice job, Ms. Belcher. Thank you. I mean it. I never thought I'd say that to you. I'm just kidding. No, really. I really was impressed this time. But not that not that you have not impressed me in the past. Are we having any waivers or holds? What are we doing?
It's gonna be a waiting.
Okay, if you want to take that, how many exams do we have left?
After that, Judge, it's gonna be Alyssa Segura's case. The last name is Green. I do know that NDS got on strike yesterday, so I don't know if he is ready to hold the exam. There was also an email sent this morning.
Okay, let's take this waiver real quick. Write everything up, have your client sign the waiver, and I'll get you out of here. And then I'll figure out what I'm gonna do on the other one, okay?
Miss Segura is here. She's been waiting.
She had waiting room. This is an exam for the full semester. That's why I should.
No, won't worry about that.
We've been vision. I'm writing, that's what right. They're ready. And she said, yes, she's got ready. I'm gonna file with her because they'll say, like he was saying, you know. Okay, I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
She's my girl.
He's been right in the morning. I was coming from calling back and forth, you know, it's always something like that.
That Jeep River, we were chasing for Jeep River's all spinning with all the way down. I actually shaved for all the way down to here.
Okay.
So is there anything creative sense we could get around?
And then forever.
I told you, I was certain reason. Yeah, she does.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what we talked about. But that's why I kept trying to see, so you got it now, it's gonna be away from stuff going online. But again, they've been part of the exams, because remember when the judge gave us the date, I think he's not gonna be here next week, so he's put a whole lot of exams on today's date. So it was a lot of exams, because they still have us and another exam.
So now I think we have to.
Yeah, everything, yes. Well, we're gonna start as soon as we leave out of here. Okay. Your, my waist is actually, okay, over there, you know, so, okay, I just love them. You don't use them. Just the other need. Yeah, that is my phone. So I mean, I think it's up there and not. I'm gonna talk to the security. And the other side. Hey, it's me, baby. Yes, we took over, their man. Who for this thing? Their man, that one guy that you, yes, they were saying that, this came. Oh, really? Yeah, he got fearful and gave his last week. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, cause, yeah. It's like around, it was like. Yeah, cause I think I was like the fifth attorney or something. You were the fourth. Jim King is not a bit. Okay. Oh, Jim King, always getting out of this one. Right. And he was like, in 42 years of doing this, I've never seen him really got 5 years. He tells him he must be really special. Oh, my God. Even all by him was sort of as a reaction. Someone you get so.
It's a guy fired up the attorney. I was in here that day.
All right, stay seated.
This is just simply.
Is there any way to? He says, is there a way you can then be back into a breakout room with the Attorney Segura so I can go talk to her?
Okay, Michael Hughes, Michael Wayne Hughes, file 23G 706-009.
Good morning, Your Honor. Afternoon. Attorney Andrew Fanning, P42853. I'm here with my client, Mr. Michael Hughes. Mr. Hughes, state your name for the record, please.
Michael Wayne Hughes.
Thank you.
All right, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Today was the day time scheduled for exam, Your Honor. At this particular point in time, I've advised my client he has the absolute right to proceed to exam after having discussed that with him in the verdict of the assistant prosecutor to prove probable cause of this crime was committed and convicted by him. He's prepared to waive his right to a preliminary exam with the understanding that this matter will be found on.
Is that what you wish to do, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have an OWI 3, operating with a high BAC 3, and habitual offender 4th, and you understand you'll be bound over for further proceedings on those charges, plus the drive while suspend if you waive your right to an exam, correct?
Yeah.
And you understand by waiving your right to an exam, you're waiving the requirement that the people show that the crime was committed and that you were the one who probably committed the crime, and you will automatically be bound over for further proceedings to the circuit court. Correct?
Yes.
Anybody force you to do that?
No.
All right, you still wish to do that?
Yes, I do.
All right, waivers accepted. You're bound over on the charges contained in the complaint and warrant. August 18th at 9 o'clock will be your AOI date. Bond is continued at 5,010%. Is there anything else, Ms. Fanning?
No, thank you so much.
Nice to have you here as always. You take care.
You as well, thank you.
Good luck to you, sir. You're gonna go down the hall and get your notice. Thank you. People against Jaden Nicholas Ruiz Rodriguez, 26M 726-431 A and B.
Good afternoon, Judge. John Graziani, on behalf of James Rodriguez.
How you doing, Mr. Rodriguez? Your name?
Jaden Rodriguez.
All right, does he waive formal rating, stand mute?
Yes, sir.
This is a failure to yield to emergency vehicle civil infraction plus no license. I'm gonna give him a personal bond on the no license charge, $500. You don't have to post any money. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. Those are your bond terms. You don't have to post any money. You're asking for 3 weeks.
Yes,
We'll
Judge.
make it August the 25th. At what time, Lisa?
8:45.
At 8:45. Okay, sir? Do you have any questions?
Sir.
Now, if you want a court-appointed lawyer going forward, you're gonna have to fill out a petition for one, okay? Good luck. Thank you.
Stay over there.
It's courthouse.
Do we have the case with Ms. Segura?
Let's see.
No, she had to log off for a minute. She was waiting for a while during the exam.
Do you know what's going on?
Judge, they're on
I-
strike.
I don't.
I mean, they just finished.
No,
the
they're
strike. They're back?
She's back.
Last night.
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
but-
messaged me and said she was back and that she needed to talk to the prosecutor, but she was in the exam.
Where's the defendant at, you know?
He's on Zoom.
Was this set for an exam or a PCC?
It was set for exam.
Isn't she here? Now, right now, is she on Zoom still or not?
She is not. She was for quite a while. I can try to call her. I'm assuming she just had to step away.
Yeah, try to call her, will you please? Because if not,
Okay.
we're gonna take a lunch and get out of here and they'll have to. Okay,
No waiver. You want me to write it up or do you?
you have to break, whatever, you don't have to. Good morning, Ms. Segura.
Good morning, Judge.
How are you doing?
I'm better now that I'm back. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'll call this case and we'll get you out of here, okay?
Okay, sounds great.
People against, Demetrius Devon Green, 26F 716058. Mr. Green, you're gonna have to start your video, please.
Hey,
Your name,
Demetrius Green.
Ms. Segura?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Alyssa Segura with the Neighborhood Defender Service, P86432, appearing on behalf of Demetrius Green, who is present via Zoom.
Your appearance, Ms. Segura?
And good afternoon, Your Honor. Last week, as Mara.
So I understand this will be a waiver. Is that correct, Ms. Segura?
Yes, Your Honor. I have advised Mr. Green of his right to have a preliminary examination where the people must prove by a probable cause standard that a crime was committed and that he may be committed that. He understands that right and wishes to waive his exam at this time.
Is that right, sir?
Yes.
You understand that you have the right to a preliminary exam. At that exam, is there any charge that is punishable in excess of 1 year? You have the right to a preliminary examination, at which time the people would have to show that the crime was committed as contained in that count and that you were the one who probably committed the crime. By waiving your right to an exam, you're waiving that requirement. You will automatically be bound over for further proceedings to the Wayne County Circuit Court. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Still wish to give up your right to a preliminary exam?
Yes.
Anybody force you to do that?
No.
All right, I'll accept the waiver. I find the waiver's been made voluntarily and understandingly. You're bound over. The AOI date now will be August the 18th. In the Criminal Justice Center, you'll be arraigned at that time. The bond of 10,000 is continued. You don't have an objection to that, do you? So you're bound over, bond's continued. Anything else, Ms. Segura?
No, Your Honor, that is all.
Good luck, Mr. Green. So you settled your, I hope you guys got what you wanted. Good luck.
We did. Thank
Good.
you so much.
Have a good day.
A driver appeared before the court, hoping to explain why he had been caught racing down the highway at an astonishing 107 miles per hour. The state trooper testified that while attempting another traffic stop, his radar picked up the defendant's Jeep approaching at an extremely high speed. After stopping the vehicle, the driver immediately admitted he wasn't thinking clearly. He explained that he had just learned his wife was leaving him, and overwhelmed by emotion, he was desperately trying to catch up with her before she left. During the hearing, the defendant didn't deny what happened. Instead, he accepted responsibility and openly admitted that he was in the wrong state of mind to be behind the wheel. He even told the judge that after speaking with the trooper, he calmed down, turned around, and went home because he realized continuing to drive would have been reckless. The judge appreciated the honesty, but wasn't about to excuse the dangerous behavior. While the trooper agreed to dismiss a defective equipment citation after the driver promised he had already fixed the illegal window tint, the speeding charge remained. Then the judge reviewed the man's driving history and discovered a long list of previous speeding violations. That completely changed the tone of the hearing. Looking directly at the defendant, the judge warned that he was on the path to losing his driver's license and said his driving record was horrible. He reminded him that personal problems never justify putting innocent families at risk on the highway. The judge even sympathized with the man's marital struggles, saying he hoped things would work out between him